So one of the things that I had to teach my third graders actually was the steps of the scientific method. And so I want you to take a minute and for us together to figure out what would be some good steps for the scientific method. Now you have to forgive me. My iPad is not working and my phone is not showing me the grid view, so I can only see a few of you at a time. But Sarah, you can see all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So I tell you what, Sarah, how about you watch all of them creating these gestures, and then the one that they're mostly doing is the one we'll do as a group. Okay, ready? So the 5 steps of the 6 steps of the elementary scientific method is question, hypothesis, experiment, observe and record, analyze, and share results. What do you guys think would be a good gesture for step 1, question?
Okay, I see a lot of people either going like this or like this.
Okay, great. So maybe like this. Like, I have a question. Okay, that's good. The one that I used was this, but that's only that because I knew I would remember that, like, question. But I like this too. Okay. What about hypothesis? Remember, a hypothesis is a smart prediction or a smart guess. So what do you think would be a good gesture for that?
Everybody's going like that. Almost everybody.
Hold on, I did a scroll. What were they doing, like this?
Either like this or like this, yeah.
That's so good. The one that I came up with when I was in my classroom was this. Like I was pulling an idea from my brain. I really like this though, that's good. So we have question, and you gotta be dramatic. Okay, now's the time to pack. If any of you have a theater background, now's the time to go ahead and tap into that skill, because the more dramatic you are, the better. Sometimes I feel like my husband tells me I'm like a cartoon character because I am so over the top expressive. But let me tell you, especially if you are teaching elementary school, these kids are going to be like this. I could just watch her face all day, because you need to have these children eating out of the palm of your hand. You have video games to compete with, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you. These children have a lot of stimulus coming at their brains all the time. Don't get me on my soapbox, but like you can be highly engaging, so exciting, and really just keep these kids eating out of the palm of your hand with whole brain teaching. The gestures are a big part of it. Okay, so we have question, we have hypothesis. What would be a good gesture for experiment?
Huh? Yeah, I'm seeing pouring.
Yep.
And
Explosions.
yeah.
I like that, Alexandra. Hopefully I didn't make anything. One time I did make something explode by accident. It was not my fault. There was a hot plate involved. Nobody was hurt. Anyway, but yeah, that's very cool. Okay, so yeah, something like this, like experiment, or maybe like this, where you're pouring the liquids into each other, into the beakers. That's a great idea. What about observe and record? Oh yeah, baking soda and vinegar, totally. Oh yeah, the classic volcano from elementary school. I love it. Okay, so what about observe and record? What would that be good? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, like observe, because you're using your eyes usually, right? And then record. Perfect. What about step 5, analyze? Is that tricky? The one I did for analyze was I scrunched my brain, because my brain is really working hard to figure out the data that I've just gathered. So I'm just like, my neurons are firing, analyze. And then the last one is step 6, share results. What do you think would be a good one for share results? Yeah, I like it. Sarah's like shouting from the rooftops. Yeah, very good. This was mine. I did this, but like you could really do anything. So do you see what I mean? There's no perfect gesture attached to the content. You just need it to be a gesture that, number one, you, the teacher, will remember month after month, and that your students will remember, and that it will connect to them.